Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today, Blind Fight Friday. Well, for those of you that might be new, Blind Fight Friday, because we got a lot of new people. If you're new and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. We'd love to have you aboard. There's like 70% of you that are watching and aren't subscribed. It only helps both of us. You'll get more content like this, and we appreciate your subscription. So, Blind Fight Friday, we picked 2 samples out of our sample pool collection. We may try to guess type, proof, price, all of that stuff, but the bottom line and moral of the story, it's whiskey against whiskey. I have it set up that way, so these don't look half as light as the last selections you picked. These might be in a better category, but we will see.
What's wrong with Scotch, Tom?
I actually liked it. And I went 2 for 2, so that was even better. I actually guessed them. So
you did.
In a roundabout way. You know what I mean? I kind of had an idea where I was at, but no, it don't matter to me either way. I actually like it like this because I think it was 2 weeks ago maybe. We had 1924 versus Jack 10, and I didn't even get any of that smell. You want to push the whole thing on my side? Let me sit over here in the corner. So again, you're gonna see the thumbnails. You're gonna see the B-rolls. We have no idea what they could be. Some of these have been in there since 3 years when we used to do a different game. And some of these are suggestions you want to do. So if you want to see a future Blind Fight Friday, leave a comment down below. I either roll them into Sunday Fun Days and put 4, or I put them in here and they come out when they come out. Ooh, that's a strong nose, though.
You couldn't have actually found a better way to do this because there's no way you could even screw these up. Once you put them in, they're in.
Yeah, they don't really shuffle around. No.
If they go to one side or the other, they're going to get to that order.
I was glad because I just had a bunch of boxes stacked up for the empties
remember we were going to tear them apart and stick them up and make something. But
there was no we in that. Someone was going to. But no, it does work out good this way because not only, and you can't see what's inside the bottle. So I do like the nose on this one.
And what little liquid you can, they're all in the same color anyway because of the wood. Mm-hmm. But there's something different in here.
Yes. Ooh, there's something different in the palate too. This is going to be a tough one because I burnt the crap out of my mouth the other day. I was cooking Ryan.
It might be like his first day eating.
I was cooking Ryan an egg, and it was just like a tail of the egg, and I just threw it in my mouth, and it stuck to the roof of my mouth like the scalding with the butter. Oh, good times. It is, yeah. I just was like, throw it in. There was something different.
A very sugary end finish in this.
Heavy on the cinnamon. I'm getting a lot of cinnamon.
It could be that too, because that would account for the sparkle.
I'm getting a lot of cinnamon in this one. I'm not sure what I'm drinking.
That could be actually the different nose I'm getting out of this.
It took me a minute when you said heavy on the sugar, and I'm more like that, the cinnamon sugar. Did you actually ever get the cinnamon sugar?
I did. But don't you have a heavy sweetness? Not a huge oak. Mm-hmm. The end finish is like a heavy sweetness.
It's
definitely that.
It's big on the cinnamon.
And I forgot we're doing these little bottles, and I took a big swig the first time, so I might have screwed.
That's actually very good, but I'm trying to remember. I don't remember this flavor.
And if it seems fairly proofy.
It is. I agree with that.
Or is it the cinnamon that's kicking in? But
it could be that too. There is a spice to this for sure. I don't remember anything we had that was.
And it's not really cinnamon toast crunch. It's more just cinnamon.
It's a hint of that, actually. It's a hint of that.
It's light though.
It is, but now I'm wondering when you said that because that's what I was thinking. I'm going to see what Glass 2 does because we have a couple Amburana finishes, and that's what I was thinking in my head without saying it out loud.
This nose isn't the same as that one though.
And I'm wondering if these are 2 of the Amburanas because that definitely was bringing cinnamon toast crunch vibes because it was heavy on the cinnamon.
I'll go with the cinnamon, but not so much that toast crunch.
On the first sip, I get you, but that's where it was so cinnamon though. Like it was like after you ate the cereal.
This nose is different.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. I have no idea.
This one seems to be more in a traditional bourbon land.
Yeah, I know. That's what's confusing me.
But I think they're both up there in proof.
I agree with that also.
I'm thinking we're in I bet we're no lower than 114.
Well, the two I can't remember the ones because I know we have an RD1 up there that Steve's that's Amburana, but that wouldn't have been in the blind. And I know we had Barrell with an Amburana finish.
Yeah, that was a long, long time ago.
We still have it though.
I know. I haven't gone back to it because of that huge sweetness to it, but
And we have one of the Lucky Sevens, which, if I'm guessing, this one does definitely. It's not as strong of the cinnamon on this one as it was in the first one.
I agree. And it's not even as sweet.
Mm-mm.
It's more bourbon-esque. Not that that's not bourbon-esque, but it's more. It's less of that.
I'm gonna have to go back. It's been so long since I did the Amburana finishes. I'm wondering if it's even them two. I have no idea which one I like better.
I'd be hard pressed to think 2 is in that finish.
I agree. This is 100% cinnamon toast crunch though. Glass 1 now, coming back to it, coming off of glass 1.
I'm with you.
I mean, off of glass 2, excuse me, is 100%. Which if I have to guess, I think
This would be the Barrell.
the Barrel was more of the cinnamon toast crunch than the other one. I think that's what we're in. I think we're both in the Amburana finishes. I think the other one was the Lucky 7. They're both up there. They're both around like 120 proof or something like that.
I'd go with that one.
All right, let me see which one I actually like
Actually,
better.
1 drink seems to be more sparkly than even 2.
If you like that cereal cinnamon toast crunch smell, 1 wins on the nose. If you're looking for more,
I remember that being way overpowering in taste, and I haven't gone back to that. I don't have one either.
Mm-hmm.
It's different, but it's not bad different.
No, I like it. Like if once you know what you're drinking, like to me,
I think for some reason 1
good.
seems hotter than 2.
Oh, really? Okay. Because going from 2 to 1, I thought the opposite, but now I'm going to go back to 2. I just did 1. See, to me, 2 drinks harder than 1.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. I think it has a lot more of a punch. I think it hangs on a lot more. It actually drinks way hotter, and it actually has a better viscosity. I'm going to go back to 1 again.
I almost disagree.
Well, you could be wrong. That's all right.
It seems like there's way more of the cinnamon or whatever in my.
There is, but
1.
I think 2 drinks hotter.
I don't know. It's when I just did 1, and that sticks, and you can feel that one going all the way down. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's 1 is like 123.
We just got to know which one you like better. I'm tossed and torn.
And I'd say 2 is like 120. Yeah, I'm pulling hairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling hairs and just winging it. I don't know. There's a pretty good sparkle in 1.
But what I want to say,
2 drinks smoother.
Oh, I disagree. I think 1 drinks way more refined. You sure your high glasses on 1? 1 drinks like it does have a lot more of the cinnamon toast crunch flavor, but I think it drinks. It has a better viscosity and it has a more consistent flavor. Where 2 is all over the place. Like it starts off with a little bit of the cinnamon, but then it's got like this weirdness in the middle, and then it finishes with actually almost like a high rye, sparkly volcano sensation in my chest. I think it doesn't drink like 1 just drinks. It's just like I'm gonna go 2 to 1 this time. I think 1 drinks easier to me. I think it's more of a consistent flavor, but a lot of times I like the wild rye, but I'm not sure what that middle flavor is in this one. Like you get like a little weird tweak in 2.
There is a tweak in 2.
Mm-hmm.
1 is pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm. But like when you roll it, you almost get that grainy taste in the middle, and then it comes off with like almost an oaky taste at the end. Where 1 to me is you get that flavor, and it's just a nice easy ride the whole way down.
It is that, but it just has a bigger sparkle.
And seeing to me
on my tongue,
yep.
And that's even without even having a swish. So when I go to 2 to 1, the sparkle sticks around, and then longevity in 1 is longer to me than in 2.
I think 1 definitely is more oily. It's more Yeah, it's thicker. It coats better. It has a better viscosity.
And the nose is way better in one.
I agree. I actually like the a lot of times I like the Wild Ride, but the Wild Ride comes with a tweak that I'm not loving as much. I definitely, me personally, I'm one. Whatever one is.
I'm with you. There's something in the middle of
yeah.
two that has like a.
It's
I don't even. It's not. I can't even call it a nut, but it has a weird.
There's a weird
like,
grainy flavor. It's not grass. It's not hay, but it's almost like you taste like you're tasting something in there.
Or would that be like maybe this is carrying a little more oak in there? There's something in the middle.
It kind of
right
finishes
there.
with a little bit more of an oak, where you don't really taste the oaky finish because that cinnamon toast crunch comes off.
Yeah, the cinnamon rides it all the way down.
Correct.
Like a sparkly. No.
It's just a weird tweak in the middle of two that I don't hate, but it's not my favorite.
I like one better myself.
I agree. So,
and I got 319
against 121. So God only knows what these two are. So
121 you have?
Yeah, I have no idea what we're doing. So we're gonna pause this for a second. We'll be back in 1 minute.
I'm thinking.
All right, so we are back, and as he said, I threw a curveball to us just to see what this one was. So this was obviously two that we just had in there, and I just put them together at the end to say,
I'm thinking, honestly, bourbon. We had one that was in there, and one you're like, just throw this in there.
Or no, I wouldn't have put them. Like I think they were both in there. When I was pointing them together, I was like, yeah, they're close enough. So you seen it, we didn't. So glass number one was barrel finished in Amburana bourbon at 116.42 proof. We got it for $79.99. And that is the winner today. Second place was Baker's Small Batch Bourbon at 107 proof. We got that for $59.99. I'm not even sure I'll find that one on the internet because that was the old skinny bottle, like that looked like a wine bottle on that one. So I'll try to run some kind of a B-roll.
Like something left in that.
You have one of them?
I think it started.
It's not going to do me any good anyways because
not.
You're not here, but when I'm trying to do it. But these are obviously two. But that's the funny thing. Like I just said to Mike, I had to assume that this had an Amburana finish, but it's not.
The nose is actually coming around.
The nose was never horrible, but it just didn't match the nose.
It didn't have the cinnamon in it.
I 100% though. I kind of did this also in my head, thinking back or why I would have did this because of the fact that when we did the Amburana, we're like, that's not going to go against anything. And obviously 124, this Baker's been in there forever. And because we haven't had the small batch one in a long time. We have the single, well, I don't even have the single barrel one anymore, but we had the single barrel one way after that. But I just wanted to see, because Mike always says, he goes, yeah, I don't like the cinnamon toast, but we both picked it. It definitely drank better.
And I do get the emails from Yankee, and they're like, we got this new one in that, finished in that. And I'm like, the last one seemed overpowering. Today it didn't seem to be.
No, it was actually delicious. I actually liked it a lot. I still do have it somewhere tucked in the back.
It is definitely unique. So if you're thinking you're just going to go get a bourbon that's on a regular scale,
I'm wondering now if I even put like Amburana versus Amburana because you were so anti. I might not even done it. So that's just a testament that we have no idea what we're drinking.
I'm surprised you even listened to me if you did.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So there it is. That's Blind Fight Friday. Again, if you want to see a future Blind Fight Friday, you can leave a comment down below. If we have them, I will gladly put them in. Because sometimes they disappear and we don't have them anymore. But that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers. I actually like this.